At number 5, we have UConn versus Kentucky from 2011. It would have been wrong to make all of these videos and not have included a game from the Kemba run, but it's only number 5 because, let's be honest, most of these UConn games sucked. Sure, we all remember the step back in the Big East tournament and that they won the title, but if you watch the actual games, they are ugly defensive battles. Still, there weren't as many exciting games to choose from in the Final Four, and this one went down to the wire.
Lamb was ready to hit his fourth at the half. Walker, meanwhile, with 2 grabs on him. By Oriaki.
Oh, there's the flip. Young guy, and when he made that shot, Calipari celebrated with him.
Walker with a bouncing it over to Knight, and again denied by the Huskies.
And Knight is gassed.
Walker lays it in at the other end. Kentucky is fatigued. Big possession here for the Huskies. Napier driving in, goes to the other side. Oh, the perfect spin off the glass. The foul is on Walker. His first. And we've got a break in the...
It was about, what? It's going to be about 14 total if they got the ball back.
Napier loses control. Knight has it on the floor and calls the timeout.
Wow.
Ball belongs to the Wildcats with 16 seconds.
A good look at the basket.
Walker defending on Knight. Can he be the hero again? He's twice starred in this tournament. Knight looking around, gives it up. Liggins for the lead. Liggins off the mark, tapped around. Napier has it.
He may try to miss the second one. I don't, unless he makes the first. Now you got to make him run.
Yeah, I agree. Amazing stretches has been for Connecticut. These must-win games. Backs to the wall. And that's going to do it.
Game time.
Going to make the inbounds pass a little more difficult. They don't even really need to defend. Down the court they go. Knight puts up the 3. Makes it, but the game is over. It's a 1-point win. The basket does count. Kentucky falls 1 point short. And UConn.
At number 4 comes from the next year as Kansas took on Ohio State. This was that all-around talented Kansas squad led by Thomas Robinson and Tyshawn Taylor versus a fierce Jared Sullinger-led Ohio State team that would not have been in the Final Four if Fab Melo could have played in the tournament. The game was defined by Kansas trailing for most of the way, but still fighting and fighting to stay in it and doing enough to go on a great run at the end. The problem with some of these older games is that the NCAA hadn't started posting highlights for every game, so usually whatever clips I find contain a lot more action from the winning team. This was true for the last UConn clip package and for this one, but I appreciate classic Jayhawk clips for throwing at least a few Ohio State plays from the last few minutes, unlike those punks from UConn.
Johnson driving in on Kraft, and he got it to go. The game is tied. Back from...
He was amazing. Just took over that game offensively.
That is Tehan. Connor Tehan, who has a championship ring. He was racing out with it. Johnson behind the back and hits the shot. Down to 2.
When they clean the rebound.
And there is Kansas in front. First lead since the opening minute. And scoring now the last 7 points.
Back into the game when Ohio State gets the ball back.
Stolen by Kraft. Kraft shielding and putting it up and in. Aaron Kraft with a huge moment in this game.
Got to get the ball inside to Robinson. Get the ball swung. Get it moving.
Taylor waits and he is able to get that shot.
Without him being able to get back in the game.
Kraft no and tapped out. Taylor has it to the hooker, and he is sick. We saw his brother play in this NCAA.
Kraft.
Beautiful. Blocked by Withy. Johnson, no one cuts it off. Banks it in.
And I love the aggressiveness from Johnson.
Jayhawks' biggest lead of the game, and it
need to attack quickly. It doesn't have to be a three-point shot.
Here is Thomas. Thomas for the tie. The shot, no! And it's off the foot of Withy, who tries to save it. Back to Ohio State. Thomas again. Put back by Buford with authority with 9 seconds to play. Down.
I still think you want to get it to Johnson or Taylor.
Yep. They've got it in the hands of Taylor, and he's for the third-team All-America.
As they cross half court before they get there, before they get into that shooting.
Taylor stole the inbounds pass, but then throws it away, and Bill Self can't believe it.
Wow. Wow. You don't even need to make that pass. Now you foul. Now you definitely foul.
And Kraft tried to launch it like it was a shot, and it goes off the shot clock. Last 12 free throws. Got that one. Coming down to this. Kraft. They're going to say he left too soon. A lane violation on the shooter. Boy, he fired it up and took off.
Yeah.
Here's the inbounds pass in Kansas. Uncontested. They pull off the comeback. And the Jayhawks are moving on to Monday night.
Number 3 is the first matchup between Kentucky and Wisconsin, and boy did it come down to the wire. I wish I had Wisconsin highlights of the first 16 minutes, but unfortunately, the only package was from CatsFan27 with some truly awful commentary. However, I was able to rip the gripping last 5 minutes of the contest.
Knocked away and stolen. Down court, Young to the lane. Tipped in. Great play by Al. Took him straight to the hole. The put back by Dakari Johnson. I love Dakari. This big boy just doesn't know anything but put his big body on that box, rebound, and put the ball in the basket. Got great hands. Soft balls, as Eddie would say. In Arlington, Texas, Rob Bromley along with Rex Chapman, Dave Baker. Poitras in the lane, and he slams it. Alex Poitras, and he was fouled. The strong move by the sophomore. That's what I'm talking about. A la Kenny Sky Walker. Take off, young fella, take off. Who dropped Alex Poitras from the rafters?
This was the Kentucky team that never quite put it together in the regular season, but went on a run in the tourney with James Young and Julius Randle. One of the best 8 seeds of all time, this classic matchup with Wisconsin led to an all-time Final Four shot from Aaron Harrison, accompanied with a perfect call from Jim Nance, willing that ball into the net.
Got 3. Kaminsky with the putback and the tie. And then the shoot. Driving in. Out to Decker. Wisconsin looking for someone. It's Jackson with 2 to shoot. Waits. Draws the contact. It will shoot 3.
That's the play. He wasn't allowed to sub in, but it's a formality. And Dakari will come in after the first free throw.
AUBURN. The first miss of the night by the Badgers.
For the next one.
With the lead now. Well, still.
Whoa.
Wow. The 2-point lead. They've got to contain penetration, but then rebound. They've got to box out and get that loose ball.
Andrew Harrison underneath. Bounce to Dakari Johnson. Back outside. This is the point where he always hits it. Oh! Aaron Harrison beyond belief.
That's the first 3 he's taken, and
Look how far out he was on that.
Wisconsin has been so conscious of penetration. Their whole game has been back off and play penetration. Rosser doesn't play the clock here. He backs off just a split second, and that gives Harrison. Oh, can you imagine being his parents?
And that's Aaron Sr. They put 5 defenders, 3/4 court. Is Trayvon Jackson driving in, jumper for the win. No! And Kentucky has done it again.
Just another incredible game.
They say sequels are never as good as the original, but we might have a Godfather 2 type debate with the second Wisconsin-Kentucky matchup. While the Aaron Harrison shot from the year prior is probably more legendary, you cannot downplay how monumental it was for this Kentucky team to lose. Despite it being a matchup of one seeds, Kentucky looked like a wagon that couldn't be stopped on its way to a historic 40-0 season and a spot in college basketball history. However, the heart of Kaminsky, Decker, and Wisconsin to come back to the Final Four and beat this team led by Towns, Booker, the Harrison twins, Lyles, Cauley Stein, and more made this the more shocking game.
Really, they're a better defensive team. That's the only reason I would say that. Look at Booker. He can curl.
Yes, he does. Hayes, he's hit one already. Make it two from outside.
And this is where they got to get after him, Kentucky. Be relentless. Look at the footsteps on the big guy.
Oh, Kaminsky off.
I like to see Towns inside. That's it for Grant. Let him go to town with that little hook.
There it is.
Or jumper.
And a jumper this time. 7 minutes without a field goal.
And Decker's got to keep moving. And nobody at the rim but him.
There it is.
There you go. You can put it on the deck, too, on this.
Hayes with one.
Nice
block.
days.
Up and are they going to count it?
Wow.
Calipari says it was after the shot clock expired.
Shot guy, guys, who just sticks it at the appropriate time. Who step back, Jack, and
Decker
yes.
hits the three.
And you talk about big shots, Decker.
Early Onions.
Wow. A 7-0 run for the Badgers. As Lyles backing in on Decker.
The other way. Decker. Wow. Stepping up on both ends of the floor.
Ball and bring the ball up the court.
He's going.
He's going to drive in and it's blocked. Oh, there's a foul. Hard to understand. But to say that the other way too is Decker. Three guys. The three. The step back, take that three.
Yeah.
The three with this one.
The three to drive, the charge. Let's see what Wisconsin can do here defensively.
Got to go quick. Go to the rim or find the big guy inside. Let him go.
Final 60 seconds.
Take away a three.
Harrison puts it up and it counts.
Unbelievable, these kids.
And heroics of a year ago in the tournament. Steps up. Knocks it down to one.
Kentucky has to be solid here. Make sure they get a rebound here at the end of this play.
Koenig. Kick out. Kaminsky.
Drop step.
Spin around move and
He knew it was coming.
You called that, Coach.
4 seconds. 2 to shoot. Yes.
To last year's semifinal game.
It's Harrison.
And there's a pin down and a lock.
To Towns.
Ooh, the nickel dimer.
On Kaminsky. Piscataway, New Jersey. 1-1.
Yeah, this kid's going to be in there. He's going to rag. I would not let Koenig. I would force others to bring it up.
Rattles out. Kaminsky
give it.
jumps to
Gotta
the
give it.
rebound.
Gotta give it.
And it's going to send Koenig to the line. Double bonus. Johnson to shoot 2. Makes it 4.
Force him to go away as deep as you can and then use clock.
Aaron Harrison launches it quickly. Misses everything, and it's out of bounds going to the Badgers.
Chance to walk out of the gym with Frank Kaminsky after they won the Big Ten Conference Tournament, and he said, Grant, or Mr. Hill rather, we want Kentucky. They got Kentucky, and now they got a chance for a championship Monday night.
A great half of basketball, the way they bounce back after some tough situations.
A lot of stunned faces in the Kentucky fan section as the shot is launched. There will be no undefeated champion on Wisconsin with an unbelievable stretch drive to the championship game.
At number 1 is Virginia versus Auburn. If you rewatch this tournament, it is so clear to see that Virginia was just the team of destiny. So many times they should have lost, and so many times they pulled the rabbit out of the hat and won the game, with this one being the most up for debate. Auburn was on a blazing run to the Final Four, taking out a title favorite in North Carolina, and in the back-and-forth matchup here, it seemed that they had done enough to secure victory.
Pull down by McLemore. And Harper races past everyone. And we have our McLemore.
He can bite you. Cutting.
Brown is. Hey! Oh, we got denied by Hunter, the Defensive Player of the Year in the ACC. It's the first 5.5.
And DeAndre Hunter showing his defensive ability there.
Virginia to open up the half, and Dowdy almost lost it. Here's Harper with a jump cut and gets the three. Much needed.
Hurry at closing time.
Oh, they give it to Hunter.
There you go.
Nice move between two defenders.
His life obviously been a factor down there, but overcome some obstacles.
There's Dowdy from the three. Right in.
The fast break. They're so well schooled, Virginia.
Harper comes right in, and that was fluid.
Knows he can elevate. Tough shot.
Runner.
Squisher.
Oh, man.
An open top.
One more time. Jerome.
And they forget. Send it in, Jerome.
Brown.
Well, they are really settled. Big time. Good extra
Dowdy.
possession.
Dowdy gets it back. They get it back to the corner. And Brown, their leading scorer. Behind the back to Purifoy. He's driving in. Up high with it for two more. And we're down to a 1-point game.
Quick hittings and pinned down. A little action.
Brown wants it. Shoots it. Got it!
Boy, I don't know where that's been.
He might have been fouled, too, on that three.
High, though, with 5 to shoot. Harper on him. Fades, shoots, front of the rim, Auburn ball, inside 30.
If you are up 4 with 10 seconds left, it's usually enough to win.
Shot from the corner, goes down the one with 6.5.
Then came one of the most controversial calls in Final Four history. Let's take a closer look.
Auburn by 2, 1.5 to go. Here we go. Jerome to inbound. Looking. It's Guy from the corner for the win. Hold on, did I hear a whistle?
Wow.
We got a foul call.
From my angle, it didn't look like contact was made. I felt like his hands were straight up. He allowed him to land. He kicked his feet out.
The official made the call, and I don't want the call to be the story about the game.
I think he might have bumped him low.
You have a right to come down.
Yeah,
too.
the shooter has to have the space to land.
There was no way I was going to be able to land. I know there's going to be controversy in every foul call that happens in the last 10 seconds because sometimes they let it go, sometimes they don't.
Guy will be at the line for 3.
I'll tell you, if you're Virginia, this is the guy you want on the line.
I'm a player that has a lot of confidence. I stood at the line and I just told myself that, this is what you've always dreamed of and this is your opportunity to seize the moment.
He's tied it. He's got one more coming for the lead. He got all 3. Nugents.
It takes a lot of poise to knock down 3 free throws like that.
Probably was the biggest game and shots in my career.
Brown turns around. It's off the mark. And Virginia is heading to its first ever national championship game appearance.
I'm very thankful, grateful. This team is resilient. We've been through so much, and we just continue to keep knocking down barriers.
I'm so thankful for what these guys have done for this program and where we're at. And if it wasn't meant to be, I was okay with it. But I always am hopeful, and you stay in the moment, and there's a chance. And these guys never cease to amaze me.
In honor of controversial officiating, we're starting a new segment to close out called Complaint Corner, where we look at terrible refereeing. We go back to the year 2013, where Syracuse was down 2 against Michigan, driving to tie the game. Senior guard Brandon Trish, he puts it up, and he gets fouled. What? It's a charge? That is a terrible call. Awful job by the referee. For some reason, the announcers are trying to agree with this. Let's take a look. Clearly, he slides under him as he's going up. Our senior guard should be on the line to tie the game to go to the championship. And instead, he is fouled out along with Michael Carter-Williams. Because again, these referees, they were terrible, fouling out all of our guards. But you know what? It's not all lost. We still have a chance, even though this ref clearly cost us the game. Because now we are putting in a freshman guard in Trevor Cooney. He looks absolutely terrified. This game should be tied. Bryn and Trish should be on the floor. Instead, we're sending him in. But okay, we still have a chance. It's fine. Let's inbound the ball to Trevor. We need a 3, so let's run a play for a 3. All right, here we go, Trevor. You got this. I'm not even worried. It's fine. You're going to do it. Here we go. They inbound the ball, and he's going up the court. I'm sure we're going to get a nice look from 3 here. No, what are you doing? Pass it out to CJ. CJ's open for a 3. CJ was open for a 3. What the heck is going on? And now Michigan is going to advance to the championship, which is terrible for America because it meant that Louisville would win. Just kidding. 2013 is like 2020 in that there's no championship because Louisville's banner was taken down because Rick Pitino, he was entertaining his recruits with strippers and money. Wow, I'm glad this referee, by calling the charge, handed a fake title to Rick Pitino and that terrible Louisville team that Syracuse had beaten in the regular season and would have beaten in the championship. For our second title, we could have had an honorable team lifting up the trophy, and instead we get no champion because of dirty cheaters.